Well, hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Rudolf Harbig Stadion. It's match day 22 in the German Dritte Liga, and this is the Sachsen Derby between Dynamo Dresden and Erzgebirge Aue. Well, this promises to be a hot one between these two age-old rivals. Just over an hour drive separates these two towns, cities rather. Time for perhaps a little bit of revenge for Dynamo Dresden after losing the reverse fixture earlier this season. 4 changes from Thomas Stamm after the 1-1 draw at Erzgebirge last weekend. Philipp Heisserin for Sacharish at left back, Andy Hotti for Lucas Boder in the centre of defence. Tony Menzel comes in for Mika Bauer in attacking midfield, and a change up top for Christoph de Ferner back from suspension. He comes in for Stefan Kutschke, who drops to the bench. Meanwhile, 2 changes for Jens Hertel after their 0-0 draw at home to Osnabrück last week. Pascal Fallmann returns from illness at right back. Mernus Pepic returns from illness in defensive midfield. Ricky Bornschein drops to the bench, and Mika Clausen drops out of the squad altogether. That means a move from right back to right wing for Anthony BeReal, and Omar Siric moves from the right-hand side to the left-hand side of the attack. Also, after the squad rather decimated by flu and illness in the early part of January, Ali Lune is back on the bench now. Marvin Stefaniak still not fit enough to start. The same goes for Kilian Jakob, who is now back on the bench after illness. Tim Hoffman and Stefan Nkansa still too ill to even make it into the matchday squad. Also a return onto the bench for Dynamo Dresden for Jonas Sterner. He injured his ankle in a January friendly against Rot-Weiss Essen just a few weeks ago. Now back on the bench. Both teams getting back to something like full fitness, although Aue's still rather missing a few of their usual starting 11 at this stage of the season restart. And also today an opportunity for Dynamo Dresden to maybe, just maybe, go back to the top of the pile. That after Erzgebirge could perhaps surprisingly only manage a 0-0 draw away to Arminia Aachen, although Aachen with the second best defence in the division after Arminia Bielefeld, so perhaps not such a surprise there. But now Dynamo Dresden come into the game 3 points behind Erzgebirge, and they will know that if they can win by, and I know it sounds unlikely, but if they can win by 4 goals or more, they will go back to the top of the table. They'll also be keeping an eye out on what's happening elsewhere around the grounds as well, especially the game going on in Ingolstadt. A really good-looking game, that one. Ingolstadt against third place Saarbrücken, 5th against 3rd. Now then, our referee for today, Mark Philip Eckermann, with Tim Waldinger and Marcel Kraus unfurling the flags on the sidelines, and Kevin Behrens in charge of the technical area as today's 4th official. Well, so all the high fives and fist pumps done and dusted. There's Marcel Behr, very much the sharpened point of this Erzgebirge Aue attack. 10 goals, 4 assists for the 32-year-old so far this season. And certainly for a team that struggles to score goals, his input will be vital. Christopher de Ferner there, 11 goals for Dynamo Dresden this season after his summer arrival. And Jens Hertel, the new manager for Aue, still looking to get that new manager bounce at the moment. So far in his 2 games in charge since taking over on the 2nd of January. They lost their first game at Hanover, then a 0-0 draw at home to a lowly Osnabrück last week. There you can see the energy in the stands here today. It's a derby day. It means so much to both sets of fans and players. Full house expected here today, 32,000, about 3,000 travelling fans as well, just to add a bit of extra spice into the mix. And we're off here then at the Rudolf Harbig Stadion, the Sachsen Derby between Dynamo Dresden and Erzgebirge Aue. Dresden, the hosts, kicking from left to right in the first half, but it's Aue straight onto the attack down the right-hand side. A good cross just over the head of BeReal. And Omar Siric volleys that one over the bar and into the crowd. Oh, bright start there from Aue. You can expect a high-octane start to this one. Long ball down the line there, just drifts out of play. This pretty much the full-strength lineup for Dynamo Dresden. Deferner back up top. Jakob Lemmer as well, in fine form on the right-hand side of the attack as well. And Tony Menzel, well, what a story he's been. 19-year-old local lad. He's really made a place in the starting 11 his own this season. What impact can he have on this derby, I wonder? Well, nice touchdown there, and all of a sudden there are four men on the attack here, and that's a brilliant piece of defensive play, chasing back in midfield. Eric Zecek there, and now another ball over the top. Oh, a great first touch, brilliant opportunity, and there's the opener. 2 minutes in, then Christopher Deferner has opened the scoring for Dynamo Dresden. Well, there'd been a warning shot across Aue's bows just moments before, but that was all about the first touch from the 27-year-old striker. Not much Martin Meinl could do about that. What a start for the team in yellow. 12th goal of the season for Deferner. Just a little ball popped over the top. That touch there, though, just brilliant from Deferner. Nothing Niko Vukancic could do about that. Brilliant first touch and great composure with the finish as well. Well, if the crowd were excited before, they've turned the volume up to 11 now. Deferner says calm down. Wishful thinking, I think. Another attempted cross going across the box there. Charged down by Jona Fabish. Tony Menzel. Great awareness. The number 24, say just 19 years of age. And now a corner. Jakob Lemmer goes over to take it. Plenty of yellow shirts to aim at. Goes for the near post, headed away. And out for another corner by Linus Rosenlocher. No, take two from Jakob Lemmer. Has a short option as well. This time goes it's a little bit further out. Looks like one of the Dynamo players there just slipping when the ball was aimed towards him. Houtman, long ball forward, looking for the run of Kurther. Oh, and picked up in the area there by Lemmer. Still Lemmer. A little stab there from Alias Kassar. The ball kept in play just about, was it? Yes, it was, and another Dynamo corner of the result. All hands to the pump at the back at the moment for Erzgebirge Aue. Lemmer nearly getting through there. A vital touch in the end from Jona Fabish again, defensively. This time the outswinger. And Kassar with the shot, well blocked, and that's going to go out for another corner, is it? Yes, it is. All Dynamo Dresden at the moment. Aue simply can't even get out of their own penalty area. Kahaisa. Again with the outswinger this time. And headed over the bar by Andy Hutty in his first start for Dynamo. That's since his January loan move from Magdeburg. Wasn't really getting enough game time, the 21-year-old Kosovan in Bundesliga 2, so down he comes to the Dritte Liga for a bit more experience. Menel goes long. The ball quickly picked up again by Dynamo. Heise back into the starting lineup for the first time in 7 games, the left back. Sasha Riesch had very much made the left back position his own, but on the bench today. A little bit of rotation, I think, from Thomas Stamm, just trying to up the energy levels. Oh, slick work here from Aue. And Tony Menzel, though, wins the ball back. Deferner drops deep. Well, the perfect start for Dynamo Dresden. Cracking goal as well from Deferner. Long ball forward. Headed back across by Lemmer. A little bit of head tennis there. Kammerknecht tidies up. Well, in the reverse fixture back on match 3, it was a quick start from Erzgebirge Aue that made the difference. 2 goals up after 9 minutes, and Dynamo Dresden could be 2 goals up here in a similar amount of time. Nearly breaking through on the left-hand side there, Kurther. Now Lemmer. Lemmer cuts inside, got support outside coming from Kammerknecht. Good defensive work though. No foul, says the referee. Shoulder to shoulder, coming in from Niklas Hauptmann, the captain. Rosenlocher wants to know where the foul, where the free kick was. Well, looks pretty 50-50 to me. The referee as well will be taking into account the game is a derby, so maybe the players will have a little bit extra licence to get stuck in. Kassa. Oh, just a slight miscommunication there up top for Dresden. Fabisch getting Rosenlocher moving in the wrong direction. Cleared long by Menel and straight out of play. Sri Lankan international Claudio Kammerknecht. The ball back in play, but the whistle's gone. Is that a foul throw? I think a foot over the line from the Dresden number 15. Tashi. Well, being chased down. Plenty of energy from this Dresden starting lineup early doors here. 10 minutes in. It has been, well, one-way traffic, let's face it. Fabisch runs into traffic. Pepic helps the ball forward. Oh, does well to win the ball again. Now Rosenlocher chips the ball into the area and put behind for a first corner of the game for Erzgebirge Aue. Good work there from Mirnis Pepic on his return from illness. Say the Aue squad decimated by flu, not the only team to be suffering from that either. It's just that time of year. Remember, professional athletes can't take the same things that we can. in order to keep illness at bay. Corner comes in, long to the back post, headed back across goal, and up and over the bar for another Aue corner. David Kabata just organising his defenders. Had a few knee issues this season. But, it's now his 7th start in a row. David Kabata. Hostile crowd, as you'd expect. Ball whipped in, headed in, but it's a weak header and straight at the keeper from Marcel Bauer. Well, he's not the man you want to be getting free from a set-piece situation. Often clinical. Well, lofted ball then there for Manon, he couldn't use his hands. And Aue doing well to clear the danger. All the way up to Tim Schreiber at the other end. Nice chest down from De Ferner, holding the ball up, and again there's 4 men in here against 3 for Dynamo, but the ball forwards for Kotha, just a little bit too much on it. De Ferner, well, that's surely going to be offside for Kotha. Yes, it is. Hadn't managed to get back onside yet, and the ball was threaded through. That an easy one for the linesman. Cleared long. Well, Kama connect with a bit of a miss touch there. Oh, and they've done badly here. Rosenlocker as well to get the ball into the area, but headed away at the near post. Just signs that Erzgebirge Aue are starting to work their way into the game after a lightning start from Dynamo Dresden. Ball over the top. Oh, looking for Bar here. Is this the equaliser? Yes, it is. Omar Siric. Long ball over the top. The flag stayed down. And with their first real chance of the game, Erzgebirge Aue back on level terms. Well, Thomas Stam won't be happy about that. 5th goal of the season for Siric, but just the ease in which the defence was unlocked. Look here, just long ball over the top. Andy Hotti a little bit slow to react. Tim Schreiber couldn't get out in time either. Oh, 5th goal of the season for Omar Siric. Erzgebirge Aue back on level terms in this Sachsen derby. Well, how will Dynamo Dresden react to that, I wonder? Need to get back on the front foot here. Lemmer back to Kammerknecht. Well, say Andy Hotti, only 5 appearances in Bundesliga 2. The first half of the season was a substitute last week against Cottbus. This is his first start. And yeah, maybe just a little bit rusty there. Lack of match fitness for Andy Hotti. Just allowed Siric to make the run off his back. Didn't really react in time. Oh, and Menel slipping but still getting the ball to Rosenlocker. Pepic shrugged off the ball by Kassa. De Ferner. Out to Kotha. Now De Ferner again. Flicks the ball in and it nearly reaching the run of Hauptmann. And that'll be another Dresden corner. When they do come forward, Dresden, they are looking slick. Philipp Heise. With the corner. Puts it in, Maynel gets a good fist on it, and then comes the volley in from Tony Menzel. He does like to hang around on the edge of the area to pick up the scraps as Menzel. And it was a great ball over the top there from Majeszczak. Second assist of the season for him. So another look at the move just a moment ago. Great interpassing for that opening goal from Dynamo Dresden. They just simply cut Aue apart. Nearly did it again moments ago as well. Both times down that left-hand side. Dominic Kurther adding a nice bit of zip. Trying to replace the loss of Zimmerscheid in the summer. Created so much down that Dresden left last season. Now Kammerknecht coming down the right. Ball through for Lemmer. Opportunity to take the throw quickly. Plays that off of Menzel. Now back to Hotti. Everyone behind the ball for Aue. Kassa looks up and I think his pass was deflected there. Bear sets it up. Well, that's a poor ball into the centre. Fabisch was rather sold short there, easily intercepted by Hauptmann. Kubata with the long ball forward, headed down by Lemmer. Could be in behind here again. De Ferner just beaten to it by Rosenlacher. Pepic tidies up. Interesting to see just how long some of these Aue players last in the starting 11 after those bouts of illness in the last few weeks. Pepic certainly on his return to the starting 11. Oh, nice run in here from Rosenlacher. Nicely tidied up at the front post and cleared by Kammerknecht. Fantastic atmosphere being created by both sets of fans. Pascal Fallmann has gone down there. Nothing given by the referee or the linesman, by the way. That challenge came in from Heise. Oh, there's nothing there. Good grief. Again, the referee correct to let the game flow. Or try to let the game flow at least. And a little shove in the back there from Fabisch. You can hear the ultras in the background trying to gee up the fans. It is all wonderfully coordinated in German football. Siric Goes back to Maynell. Maynell goes long. Fabish picks the ball up in midfield. Now spreads it over to Rosenlucker on this near side. On two with Pepic. That goes back to Vukancic. Good interception from Kassar. Just over 20 minutes in. Thomas Stamm looking a little frustrated on the sidelines. He will be desperately disappointed with the way that goal was conceded. Say, just a simple ball over the top, the defender falling asleep, not tracking the runner, and a simple finish over the advancing keeper. Route 1 stuff from Aue, and enough to unlock that Dresden defence. Remember, this is a Dynamo Dresden that were the only unbeaten side at home in the first half of the Dritte season. Then, of course, the shock loss here against Victoria Cologne, who are very much in form on the first game after the restart. They will feel they need to get back to winning ways. They cannot afford the same restart to the season as they went through last year. They were top of the table, Christmas champions, but then went through an awful run of form. Something like 6 or 7 games with just one win after the restart last season. Actually, it was one win in 11 games. Saw Marcus Anfang sacked after also seeing his side collapse in the second half of the previous season as well. And the problem is it the manager or is it the players when that sort of thing happens more than once? Tidied up by Tony Menzel in midfield. Midway through the first half, Dynamo Dresden 1, Erzgebirge Aue 1 in this Sachsen derby. Ferner beaten in the air, Menzel picking up the pieces but running into traffic there. Foulman with a tackle, well won there by De Ferner, and a nice touch. And the tackle coming in from Majetchak. And the foul goes Aue's way as well. Well, tempers running high as expected a derby. Well, Philip Eckermann will have his hands full here trying to keep everything under control. Anthony BeReal had to be held back by his teammates. De Ferner with his yellow card then for the challenge. And BeReal with a yellow card for his reaction. That was a brilliant first tackle. And the yellow card comes up as he goes in there. Not much in that either, to be honest. And then everything just gets far too heated. Oh, ball in behind, and well, just for a moment there, looked like Aue might be able to test Tim Schreiber. It was the goal scorer, Sieric, who nearly got in behind again. Menzel struggled to bring the bouncing ball under control. And another foul goes Aue's way, this time on the centre. on the halfway line. The referee just trying to calm things down a little bit here. Good luck with that. Pepic gets the ball to Vakancic, goes back to Maynard. Maynard finds Fabic. Vakancic clears the ball long. And that's, well, clumsy from Marcel Bert. David Kabata not happy, and the referee going over for a word. Well, I mean, he's lined him up there and led with his elbow. Very lucky to get away without a booking there, Marcel Bert. No eyes on the ball at all, eyes on the man, led with his left arm. Oh, the challenge is flying in at the moment. Ball over the top, looking for Lemmer. Gets a flick on, but ball goes to Sioric, who clears it down the left-hand side. And then Bert into the back of Hotti. Bert here. Get the feeling he's one foul away from a booking. Hasn't been booked actually yet this season, Marcel Bert. Cannot connect. Well, brings the ball down, but beaten to the bounce by Rosenlocher. But then Rosenlocher dispossessed. Oh, the throw goes Auer's way. Jakob Lemmer being kept pretty quiet so far. Well, clumsy more than anything else from Bear on that occasion. Throw flicked on. And Lemmer does well to get in behind Rosenlocher. Lemmer drives into the area, lays the ball off for De Ferner. He lays the ball off for Houtman, space over on that left-hand side as well. Yellow shirts queuing up in the area. Here's Cassar, he'll have a pop from here if he can. But it's on his left foot, his weaker side, and it's a bit of a daisy cutter, easy for Menel to deal with. Better from Dresden, though. Heise wins a free kick there on halfway. There's Jens Hertel. He will be, I think, pretty happy with the way his team reacted to going behind so early in the game. Nice layoff from Kurther. Now Heise whips one into the near post. De Ferner gets something on it, comes off the shoulder, I think, of a defender. Loops up into the hands of Maynard. It's definitely that left-hand side where Dynamo are getting the majority of their joy in an attacking sense. The combination of Heise and Kurther causing problems for Erzgebirge Aue. And again, Getting in behind, looking up. Cross comes into the near post for Deferner. He gets a touch on that, and that's a penalty. The referee pointing to the spot very quickly indeed. The Aue players go over to complain. Now then, well, Thomas Stamm with some instructions for the defenders. Meanwhile, penalty incoming for Dynamo Dresden. They are 4 from 4 from the penalty spot so far this season. 2 each for Stefan Kuchka and Christoph Deferner. With Kuchka on the bench, it'll be Deferner who steps up for this one. Meanwhile, well, Martin Mennel has a reputation, shall we say, for saving spot kicks. And so far this season, Erzgebirge Aue, they faced 1 penalty. That's back on match day 15 against Borussia Dortmund. Michael Eberwein finding his shot saved. So Marvin Mennel 100% saving penalties this season. Dynamo Dresden 100% scoring penalties this season. Something's got to give. So Deferner against Mennel. Measured runner. Oh, brilliant save. Oh, and with the follow-up as well. Martin Mennel. What a start. And maybe now on the counter-attack, Erzgebirge Aue. Taschik runs into a yellow-coloured dead end. Well, first penalty they've missed this season, Dynamo Dresden, or more specifically, the first penalty they've had saved. Martin Mennel, now 2 from 2, stopping spot kicks this campaign. And there was a yellow card for Boris Taschik in the build-up to that penalty. An opportunity missed. It didn't look like a bad penalty, to be fair. This Mennel chose the right way. That was going into the bottom corner as well. Fantastic save, but then to get up and save the rebound as well. Fantastic stuff from Martin Mennel. Well, attempted ball through, coming off the back of the referee by the looks of it, but not stopping Dynamo coming forwards. Here's Kamaknecht. His cross put behind for a corner by Vakancic. Another look at the penalty here. Wasn't as good a penalty as I originally thought, but that follow-up save is absolutely brilliant. 36 years old, but those reflexes still sharp. Razor sharp. So Tim Heiser, well, we're going to have a little delay here. A little bit of bumping going on. Looks like Mashechak and Kubata having a bit of a coming together there in the 6-yard box. This will be an in-swinger, so keeper under pressure on this one. Goes to the near post, headed up rather than away. Headed back in there by Hotti. Still not cleared. Siric puts the ball up in the air rather than away. Picked up now by Kassa. Back to Menzel. Menzel goes long back into the area, but a bit too high. And easily taken by Martin Mennel. Well, he has a reputation. Quite justified for his brilliance at stopping penalties, Martin Mennel. And he's shown it again there. 2 penalties faced this season, 2 saves made. Oh, Feldman going down in midfield. Oh, again, he's gone down holding his head. There's no contact anywhere near the head. No VAR, of course, in the Dritte Liga. It has been a discussion, certainly over the winter break, but quite frankly, at the moment, the infrastructure required for VAR just a bit too costly at this level. It's certainly a discussion that will go on and on, though. And the DFB would like to have VAR here, as they do have it in Bundesliga and Bundesliga 2. They feel that all the professional levels should have the same. The ball is whipped in. Kammerknecht doesn't get on the end of it. It's going to be picked up by Bear. Well, man down in the area. No penalty given by the referee. Siric, the man that went down. The Aue player starting to surround the ref. Tempers fraying once again in this Sachsen derby. Well, if there's a penalty for that, everything is lost. Kammerknecht, I don't think was really involved, though. I think Siric went down after his contact, after he jumped into Andy Hotti. Rosenlucher goes past Slemmer, digs a ball out to the back post, but too close to the keeper, and Tim Schreiber takes care of that one easily enough. Doesn't find the quick restart he was looking for. Schreiber this time goes long. Kotha beaten in the air. Kassar to De Ferner. Couldn't quite bring that one under control. And the ball just hoofed clear by the Aue backline. Kassar gives the ball away. Over the top, they're looking for space in behind Kammerknecht, who looks after that one beautifully, but the pass out not quite where Lemmer needed it. Tashi, intercept from Kammerknecht. Nice crossfield ball taken down by Kammerknecht. Looks for options. He was playing more as a centre-back earlier this season, but's reverted to his last season's role on the right-hand side of a back four. Was very handy on the right-hand side of a back three, but that all changed after 11 or 12 games or so of the season, moving from the back three to the back four. Coincided with an 8-game unbeaten run that lasted until that first game after the restart here against Victoria Cologne a couple of weeks ago. Goes long. Kotha trying to get in behind De Ferner. Now Kotha's turn to go down, claiming an elbow. Theatrically tests his jaw out. Sure, he'll be fine. The level of support, considering this is the third level of German football, it's quite immense, really. Well, now, ball given away. Tashi now in midfield, and the ball in behind, looking for the run of Bear, and he nearly gets in behind as well. Well cut out, but yet to have much of an impact on this game. Now Dresden coming forwards here, and it was nearly Menzel put through. Kassar tidies up. Gets the ball back to Kabata. He goes back to Schreiber, long way out of his area. The Dresden keeper. Oh, the long ball forward, headed out by BeReal. Just get the feeling that some of the energy of the game has seeped out in these last 5-10 minutes or so. Ball clipped forward, flicked on by Deferner. Oh, well, high foot, no foul, says the referee. I think both feet were high there. Lemmer gets onto that crossfield ball, doesn't really set that one up very well for Kamek. Connected well to get some sort of contact on it. Tries to find Kassar on the edge of the area. Cleared again by Aue. There's a bit of pressure here at the end of the first half coming from the home side. Diagonal ball, well defended, but then the shot comes in on the rebound. Well, Kassar really putting his foot through that one. He does like to have a pop from distance, does the Slovenian. Just the one goal so far this season. Good build-up player, then a bit of a loose cross-field ball. Kamek again, salvaging the situation. The ball hoofed clear. And that'll be a Dresden throw up on that left-hand side. Nice play there from Heise. Hauptmann looks up, didn't fancy the cross. Kurther puts the ball back inside. Now to Hotti. Just moving the ball a little bit slowly here, Dynamo. Not going to break the defence by doing that, but Russenlocher finds his attempted clearance blocked by Lemmer. He does well to avoid the clearance then. That'll be another Dresden throw. They don't really have a long throw exponent though, Dynamo. Kamek can't get that one in there. Does Maynell keep that ball in play? Yes, he does. Saves the corner. Does Maynell. Oh, Dynamo just seem to have lost their way a bit since that penalty was saved in the 32nd minute. Haven't created much since then. Bear dropping deep, letting the ball off, but not accurately enough. It's better from Dynamo though. Just need to move the ball when they are going from side to side. Just need to move the ball a bit quicker, and then it all slows down again with Kamek. They have shown that when they speed the play up, Dynamo, that they can cut through this Aue defence. They just haven't shown that enough in this first half. The goal, though, was a beautiful example of exactly that. So 2 minutes of time added on at the end of the first half here at the Rudolf Harbig. Hauptmann, tackled by Fabisch. Oh, and now an opportunity here. 5 men up, and that's going to be a yellow card all day long. Well, what was the point of that? Really? From Kubata. So I think it was Alias Kassa. I mean, there's plenty of players back. Oh, 7th booking of the season for the Slovenian. Just didn't seem necessary. Plenty of yellow shirts covering. And sometimes you say, well, yeah, you take one for the team, but that far out with that much cover, absolutely unnecessary. Maybe a last chance of this first half then for Erzgebirge Aue. Linus Rosenlacher is going to chip this one into the area. Lots of violet shirts to aim at. And the offside flag goes up anyway. Dynamo, 10-15 seconds or so to maybe squeeze a last chance out of this first half. Deferner holding the ball up well. And that'll be the last action from an action-packed 112th Sachsen derby between Dynamo Dresden and Erzgebirge Aue. Christopher Deferner there with a superbly taken first goal in just the 2nd minute of the match to put Dynamo Dresden ahead. They had further chances as well, couldn't take them. Only for Omar Siric to level the scores in the 14th minute. A simple ball over the top, not dealt with. Andy Hotti out of position. And after that, well, Dynamo Dresden should have taken the lead 32nd minute, but Christoph Deferner's penalty well saved by Martin Maynel. He's now 2 for 2 saving penalties this season. And at half-time here at the Rudolf Harbig Stadion, it's Dynamo Dresden 1, Erzgebirge Aue 1. Well, welcome back then to the Rudolf Harbig Stadion. There's Dynamo Dresden face Erzgebirge Aue in the 112th Saxon derby between the two. Christoph de Ferner there in your picture, opening the scoring in the second minute. Omar Siric then with an equaliser 12 minutes later. And de Ferner, well, he could have put Dresden back in front just after the half-hour mark with a penalty. Brilliantly saved by Martin Mennel, and even more brilliant was the save from the follow-up as well. Dresden a little bit unlucky perhaps not to go in at the break with a one-goal lead. Hoping for more in the second half. Plenty of empty seats as people come back from their half-time scran. The stands will, though, fill up. There was absolutely rammed at kickoff. The Rudolf Harbig, 32,000 it takes, 3,000 travelling fans as well, making the 1.25 hour trip northeast from Aue to Dresden for this one. Long ball towards the edge of the Dresden area. Pepic picks up the scraps. Siric tries to pirouette his way into the area, runs into too much yellow-shirted traffic though. Pepic picks up the ball again. Tashi prods the ball through, and then a slightly loose pass goes out for a throw. Just in front of the dugouts. Just in front of the Aue dugout, in fact. Now, in behind, an opportunity knocks in. Nicely taken down by Kotha. Cuts inside, can't find room for the shot. Still trying to find room, but there's Lemmer over in space on that right-hand side. Puts the ball across, and Mennel saves well low down. Ball goes out for a corner. Plenty of Dresden players all packed into that box for this in-swinging corner. Heise to take it. 6 yellow shirts to aim at. And that will be another Dresden corner as de Ferner trying to get the flick on. Again. Well, the defence know exactly where the ball's going to be coming in. Can they deal with it? This time a bit too low. And that goes straight out for a goal kick. Poor delivery from Heise. Got to do better than that. Kotha. Got support outside here from Heise. Haven't seen much of Heise going forwards as such. And that's going to be a foul just outside the penalty area. Fabish it was, coming through the back of Dominic Kotha. No yellow card though. Again, you look at the replay and think, well, there's not a lot in that. Now then, Lemmer with his right foot, Heise with his left foot. The options over this free kick. There's a violet line there, just around about the penalty spot. Nice bit of a deception there with the taking of the free kick. Allowed to bounce somehow, then the shot comes in and it's sliced well wide by Tony Menzel. No idea how that ball was allowed to bounce, though. It went so high. Menzel as well to keep the ball. Menzel again continued that run down the right hand side, trying to get inside Fabi. Still Tony Menzel battling his way into the area. Still Menzel in possession somehow. Goodness knows how he managed to keep the ball there. And eventually crowded out over on that far side of Dynamo Dresden. Well, the fans in the posh seats taking a little bit longer to get back to the game in this second half. Long ball towards Deferner, beaten in the air this time though. Heiser picks that up, and under pressure from Boris Tashi pushing up a bit higher this time. Nice flick on there, Kotha. And again, no foul, says the ref. Rosenlucher coming all the way across from left back to make that challenge. Sticking to Jakob Lemmer like glue at the moment is Linus Rosenlucher. "3,000 away fans doing their best to make their voices heard. Ooh. A bit of extra on that one, and Schreiber just losing his footing, showing great composure there just to pick out Kabata. And now Dresden can clear their lines. Fabish misses that one in the air. Caressed forward. Headed back into midfield. Here's Tashi. Takes the ball down nicely. Fellman. Can't quite find the runner. Well, that's well played by Jonah Fabish. Fabish has a pop at goal, but rather scuffs his effort. That was a slip a moment ago from Schreiber. Did very well just to get back to his feet. Don't panic. Well, Heiser did keep the ball in play there. Got past Fullman, but ball eventually guided out of play. Menzel dispossessed, but then there's a bit too much of a challenge coming in on Nico Vukancic. Dominik Kotha, the man penalised. Actually, I beg your pardon, not Kotha. That was Tony Menzel. By the way, of the starting 11s today, only Philipp Heiser is a booking away from a suspension. Everyone else has a little bit more to play with. Seems a bit more measured, doesn't it, in the second half? First half started off at a million miles an hour. That's better play. Menzel finding some space over on that right-hand side this time. Warner. Challenge jumping in there. I think it was Rosenlucher. Lucky not to make contact, but the foul still given. Chip towards Deferner on the edge of the area. The rebound picked up by Lemmer, has the snapshot. Slightly miscues it, and that just dribbles out for a goal kick. More boos from the home fans, Aue taking their time on the restart there. Long crossfield ball, nicely taken by Tashi, drifting into space. Now ball over the top. Tidied up in midfield by Kotha. Camera connect. Back inside to Menzel. Well, that's nice play, and Menzel's in behind here, and it had to be well defended there. Majetchak anticipating the danger, moving across to clear. Fabished as well to pick that up now. Pepic. Oh, outside of the boot there. And that's a lovely ball in behind Kamerknecht. Kamerknecht does well to get back. But there's an overlap as well, and then cleared at the near post by Kabata. Houtman. A nice bit of tidying up, and that's just straight into the back of Deferner. Jetchak pleads his innocence. Ball over the top, looking for Lemmer. Stands up his man, goes for the near post, and then, well, Deferner may have got a touch. Kotha definitely got one, but it went over the bar. Here's Deferner. Just making his run here at the near post, couldn't quite stretch to it. Kotha also at full stretch. Lovely delivery, though, from Jakob Lemmer. Right into that corridor of uncertainty between the defenders and the goalkeeper. Aue pressing high and winning the ball high as well. No foul there, says the referee, allowing the players just to get on with it. Eventually cleared out for an Aue throw. So Andy Hotti has taken a knock to the, is that to the shin on the left leg there? Well, we'll soon see what they decide to work on here. Medical staff. Plenty of belief in the stands. There always is here at Dresden. Slightly concerned look Thomas Stamm's face. Again, Turtle paces the technical area. Pacing, prowling, not sure. Now, what is it up with Andy Hotti here? There are the subs. Just warming up. Might just be stretching the right hamstring there. It looks like Andy Hotti's first start is over. Rather made the mistake for the Aue equaliser. The man he replaced in the starting lineup, Lucas Bode, comes on in his place. And the ball over the top there, and that's off the crossbar. Snapshot from Marcel Baer. Throw came in, flicked on by Tashi. And Schreiber, well, he reacted. I'm not sure if he'd have got to that or not. Nearly a brilliant effort from Baer. A confirmation that Lucas Bode on in place of Andy Hottie. Had started 12 games in a row until he'll be dropped to the bench for this one. I'm sure Thomas Stamm thinks that with a bit more match fitness that Andy Hottie can be a great addition to the side. Cross comes in, deflects, and well, all a bit harum-scarum at the back for Dynamo Dresden on that one. Dominic Kotha having to get stuck in. It's absolutely clattered by Pascal Fallman. Well, we've hit the hour mark here at the Rudolf Harbig. Still 1-1 in this Saxon derby. Just in the last few minutes or so, Erzgebirge Aue starting to find some joy. Marcel Baer getting more and more into the game. Just had a snapshot come off the top of the crossbar. Did well to win a corner there as well. So outswinger going towards the penalty spot, flicked on at the near post, and then Schreiber at full stretch, and brilliant defending there to clear the ball from inside the 6-yard box. I think that was Kammerknecht. Ball comes back in again, Baer in space on this near side. Needs support, finds it. For Kancic. Goes long, but didn't quite have that one under control. No chance for BeReal to latch on to the end of it. Ball comes inside, and what a slip from the Aue player. Doesn't stop him winning the ball. Tashi tries to find Baer. Now Pepic. Oh, and there was space in behind there. Couldn't get the elevation. I think there was a bit of a deflection off of Houtman's foot. Now Menzel. Menzel does well to continue his run. Now he's got some space over on that far side as the 19-year-old. And he got support coming in on the inside as well. Finds the support. Brilliant chance here for Kotha, and that's 2-1 Dresden. Sweeping move up the right-hand side. And Dominic Kotha has his first goal in Dresden colours. Well, you can see how much that means to the players. There's the club captain as well, Stefan Kuchka, joining in on the celebrations. He was sent off, by the way, in the reverse fixture. Came off the bench, 2 yellow cards. Straight back in the stands again. Well, that was a great move. All started with Tony Menzel in midfield, continued his run. Lemmer with the intelligent run in front of the 19-year-old. Took the ball nicely here, first touch at full stretch. So a 5th assist for the right winger of the campaign. And a first goal at Dresden for Dominic Kotha. Had been playing for Jan Regensburg in Bundesliga 2, first half of the campaign after their promotion at the end of last season. Wasn't happy with the game time he was getting there, so Moved here to help Dresden's promotion push. And how big will that goal be? A win here, absolutely vital for Dresden. Gets them back on level terms. With Energie Cottbus at the top of the table after they couldn't beat Alemannia Aachen last night. Corner comes in, Kotha with the header, and that's bounced just wide. Well, you wouldn't think Dominic Kotha would be the first man. Oh, actually, might have been Alias Kassar. 11, 17, but they do look quite similar. By the way, looking around the grounds, Mannheim having a great game at home to Werl at the moment. The team with the fewest goals scored this season, Mannheim, 2-2 there against Werl. Ingolstadt starting the day in 5th place. Oh, is it Dresden here? Sloppy restart from Aue, and they're lucky to get away with that one. So Ingolstadt holding a 1-goal lead at the moment at home to Saarbrücken in a 5th v 3rd confrontation. Dresden fans will be delighted to hear Saarbrücken are struggling today. Wiesbaden trying to get back to winning ways with a 2-0 lead at home to Stuttgart. And it's 0-0 between Dortmund and Rostock now. Marvin Stefaniak scored the 2nd goal in Aue's win between these two earlier this season. He comes on in place of Pascal Fullman. I expect Anthony Barilla will move back to right back. Stefaniak will go out on that right-hand side in a more attacking role. He hasn't been full fitness, Marvin Stefaniak, after the same illness that affected so much of this Aue squad over the last few weeks. There's 5 goals and 3 assists. He's very much part of the creative hub of this side under usual circumstances. Stefaniak. Well, 6 yellow shirts there. Kubata slightly quick off the mark. Kotha as well. Now the ball comes in to the back post. Left by Kammerknecht, driven in by Kassar. And well saved by Maynel. Maynel goes long. Dealt with at the back by Houtman. Now pressing high up the pitch, trying to make things happen, try and get back on level terms midway through this second half. Stefaniak to Tashi. In fact, Tashi leaves it for Pepic, then gets the ball back over on that far side. Now back to Pepic again. Fabish. Kotha closes him down. Wins the ball well. Kammerknecht sees his attempted clearance charged out. Houtman can't quite turn away from trouble. And then the foul given away, I think, by Kassar in midfield. He's already on a yellow card. Tachi goes down holding his face. I can't believe that's been given as a foul, sorry. That's just ridiculous. Well, there's a sight for sore eyes. Jonas Sterner injured in the last friendly before the season restart. Getting ready to come on, usually plays down the right. Might come on for Kammerknecht actually, maybe play right back. Normally plays a bit further forward, but do you really want to take Jakob Lemmer off at this stage? bunch of substitutes getting ready. And here comes Stefan Kuchka. I suspect he'll be coming on for Deferner. Well, he's scored in the last 3 games in a row. And Stefan Kuchka struggled in open play last week against Cottbus, but did get the goal that put them close to taking all 3 points from that game. I don't think they'd have been deserved, though. Thomas Stamm certainly didn't think that his side deserved to win that game. Oh, and a nice interception there from Hauptmann, and all of a sudden Lemarine has a space on that right-hand side, finds Kotha on the volley. Couldn't quite get the contact he needed. Now Stepaniak brings it over halfway for Aue. Got Bear outside him. That's Albert. No one closing down the number 15, really. Stepaniak moved into an offside position. Here's Pepic. Stepaniak. Oh, and Bear again in acres of space here. Heise. Oh, they're letting things go. Hauptmann battling hard. Oh, Kotha couldn't quite find the flick on a Stepaniak. Puts a long ball into the area. That's way beyond everyone. Picked up by Kammerknecht over on that right-hand side. Inside the last 20 minutes now. Dresden leading by 2-1 here in this 112th Sachsen derby against Erzgebirge Aue. Back in the 1950s, Erzgebirge Aue were the superpower of East German football. Multiple visits into the old European Cup, as it was back in the day. Dresden, well, they waited till the 1980s for their own golden generation. 70s and 80s, rather. But like other big East German clubs, they've rather struggled, certainly financially. Now then, Dresden pouring forwards here. Kotha with support outside. Heise drills it across goal. And that's well defended and out for a throw. Zicek it was with the touch. Have a look at the goal that put Dresden back in front. Lovely play from Tony Menzel to kick it all off. And 3 changes coming, so Stirner. It is Kammerknecht coming off, I think, for Jonas Stirner. Deferner coming off for Stefan Kuchka. Dominic Kotha as well coming off for Mika Bauer. Mika Bauer, one of the winter signings. Now, Stefan Kuchka, 6 goals this season, by the way. Hardly had a start. It's Kassar. Somehow keeps hold of the ball there and eventually pops it through. Just wonder if Thomas Stamm is going to put Stirner at right back, or maybe do what he did last week when defending a lead against Cottbus and go to a 3 at the back. Although it did seem that Dresden rather lost control of the game when they moved to that back 3. So let's wait and see. Exactly how they decide to play this. Both of the Dresden goal scorers have been withdrawn for this last 15 minutes or so. Ball over the top. Easily dealt with by Schreiber. A bit of a bump into Marcel Baer. Oh, just not quite enough on that one. I think Heiser had really anticipated that pass into the space as Stefaniak goes back to deal with the loose ball. Still not much in the way of changes coming from Erzgebirge Aue, by the way. Just that one change made. Of course, there's not really a huge amount on the bench at the moment. We don't really know how fit the likes of Ali Lune, Tim Hoffman really are. Jakob Killian as well. But they're coming forwards now. Shot from distance. Oh, great save there from Schreiber. Great hit from Omar Siric, the Montenegrin. Well, he's already scored once today. Fancied a second here. That was definitely going in as well. Just a little to one side or the other. That might well have been 2-2. That's Stefaniak to take the corner here. Whistles from the home fans. All whipped in, headed up rather than away. Maciejczak, in fact, winning the header, but unable to steer it on target. And now here do come the changes. Tashi being withdrawn for Ricky Bornschein, so 2 up top now. Pepic not yet fully fit, he's replaced as well. Ali Lune comes on in his place. That's the new signing, in fact. Didn't actually see him on the team sheets at the start of the game. That, I believe, is Maximilian Schmidt, the number 39, another forward as well. Plenty of firepower out there now. But they've got to be careful at the back of Aue. Oh, Dresden, 12 minutes to go here. 2-1 goal advantage to defend as well in this Saxon derby. And that's, well, strong play on the edge of the area. No foul, says the referee. Kuchka turns, tries to dink that one across goal, but Maynell on his own there at the back post. So it's confirmation. Maximilian Schmidt coming on for Omar Siric. Only turned up on Thursday, 2 days ago, from FC Cologne's second team. He's 21 years of age, lots of potential, yet to realise it. Just over 10 minutes for Erzgebirge Aue to try and find a way back into the game. 36-year-old Stefan Kuchka needs to be a little bit wary as well. He's been sent off twice so far this season, despite not a huge amount of game time. Just a little bit slower, 36 years of age, and certainly the straight red he got at Wiesbaden back on match day 11. He was just that little bit late. He was just doing the usual thing as a forward, trying to win the ball. Turned up late, and with studs up and a little bit high. 3-game ban. Heise couldn't quite beat the first man with his attempted cross. He'll get another go in a moment though. Instead plays it short for Hauptmann. His cross charged down. It goes out for a Dresden corner. Confirmation, basically a capacity crowd here at the Rudolf Harbig. Just 100 silly sausages not turning up to take their tickets of what was a sellout crowd for this one. As Heise pumps the corner into the area, headed away from the edge of the 6-yard box. Lemmer back to Heise again, back to Lemmer. Lemmer looks up. Oh, and his cross charged down by Lune. Now Hauptmann goes for the back post. Kutschke heads it back across and then on the volley. Slightly scuffed. That goes out for an hour goal kick. It was Cassard again. I tell you what, for a defensive midfield, Alias Cassard has a real knack for just turning up at the perfect moment. Now then, another change with Anthony BeReal coming off. Maxim Berghardt coming on in his place, usually a right back. So very much like for like. The 21-year-old was suspended after picking up 5 yellow cards. Couldn't play last week. Can only get onto the bench for this game, but see how that goes. The yellow card there for Jona Fabish. Just his second booking of the season for the former Zimbabwean international. Got to say, that looked very much like they both had hold of each other's shirts. Not quite sure why one player gets a foul and a yellow card and the other doesn't. Some instructions for Lucas Berder. Just a couple of things to be wary of in the last 10 minutes or so of this match. So this would be a good game to win for Dynamo Dresden. Another 2 goals, in fact, and they would be absolutely level with Energie Cottbus at the top of the table. That would leave them both on 42 points, both having scored 45 and conceded 25. That's if Dresden can score 2 more goals in the last 7 minutes without conceding. Well, a bit of a waste of a free kick. Actually, it would go down to head-to-head between the Dresden and Cottbus if that was to happen, by the way. So in fact, score 2 goals and Dresden do go top because they had a draw away to Cottbus, but they did beat them 4-2 here, back on match day 2. Fabish gets the ball through to Stefaniak, then gets it back again. Berghardt battling hard, but releases the ball to Hauptmann. Good touch past the first man. Oh, brilliant there from Stefaniak. Absolutely brilliant, chasing back. Brilliant sliding tackle from the number 34. Now Kassa, a bit of a bump off the ball. Tony Menzel going to ground. Ali Lune it was. It was actually a booking away from a automatic 1-game suspension. Ali Lune. This was the tackle earlier from... That's just brilliant. from Marvin Stefaniak. That was looking ominous for Aue at the back at that moment. So, score 2 goals, Dresden. You go back to the top of the table. Can they do it? I think they're probably more looking at how to not concede a goal. But there will be opportunities as Aue press forward. They'll leave gaps at the back, and those can be exploited by Dynamo Dresden if they want to, if they can. A bit of a poor touch from Mika Bort. Chipped over the top, but still allowed to go out. I think Stefan Kuchka knew he was offside, so he didn't really chase that one down. Final substitution coming up. Lars Bunning coming on. Is this the switch to 5 at the back? Dynamo Dresden looks like it, with Tony Menzel coming off. So Lars Bunning signed a contract extension during the winter break. Did the 26-year-old. Dresden. Looks like they'll be going to... well, they could stay actually with the back four and push Jonas Sterner a bit further forwards up the right-hand side, but... well, let's wait and see. Got five actual defenders on the pitch, and you could call it 6 if you count Alias Kassar, who's actually playing in midfield today. Problem is, when they do this, Dynamo, they do tend to invite the opposition onto them. It's what happened at Cottbus last week. Scrapping hard at the moment. Dresden unable to get out of their own third of the pitch over the last couple of minutes. Both sets of fans competing to make the most noise. Bear in mind that Dresden have close to 29,000, Aue just the 3,000. Throw goes in, headed away. Kuchka helps it away. Rosenlucher chips the ball back into the opposite side. Now Lemmer can maybe lead a counter-attack, but he's well tackled. Dresden just hemmed in at the moment. About puts the ball up in the air. Kuchka doing his best to deal with this under pressure from Kabish. Kuchka again charging in. He's a big old unit still. Stefan Kuchka. And the foul goes against Alias Kassar. Who was that yellow card waved at? Absolutely no idea. Now the foul from Alias Kassar for the challenge on Ricky Bornschein. Okay, that's the yellow card. So Philipp Heiser picks up his 5th booking of the season. He will be missing from Dynamo's next game away to Stuttgart with an automatic 1-game suspension. Ball chipped in, not been dealt with here. Well, the shot from Bear was a bit scuffed. Lucky to get a second bite of the cherry here as a striker. Ball lofted into the area. Schreiber comes for it. Doesn't get the best of punches on that. Or maybe an opportunity here for Bauer if he can get there first. But he's just beaten to it by Rosenlacher. Well, one of the Aue players over on that far side really trying to milk minimal contact there to get a free kick. Nothing given by the referee. Lune. I'd give him a 9 out of 10 for that. So 4 minutes of time added on here at the Rudolf Harbig. Dresden defending a 2-1 lead here in the 112th Sachsen derby. And it's all Aue in these final moments. Laid off, shot comes in. Always a little bit too high though from Fabish. Yet to find the net in violet is the 23-year-old Zimbabwean. Tim Schreiber. Yes, he will take as much time as he can get away with. Yet to be booked this season, Tim Schreiber. Houtman beaten in the air. Ball dug forward. No chance for Lemon to get on the end of that one. Sterner heads that out for a throw. Well, the Dynamo player down. The referee blowing the whistle. Marcel Bear unhappy, shall we say. We're picking up a yellow card for that. And that's his first booking of the season. No wonder he's unhappy. Well, he got away with one earlier in the game. The contact made was right at the bottom of your screen on that replay. Erzgebirge Aue running out of time here. There's a bit of afters as well from Bauer. Well, guess where this long kick is going. Everything compressed over onto this near side. Kutschke heading the ball across. Could open up here for Lemmer. Still Lemmer! Off the post! Oh, so close to 3-1 Dresden, and that would have been the 3 points in the bag. But Aue now with a chance maybe on the counter-attack. They got just under a minute to play here. And just everything has to go forwards now for the Violets. Schmidt sees his cross blocked. Round of applause from the home fans. Well, this is the opportunity. Great header there from Kutschke. Jakob Lemmer did so well to make space for the shot. Meanwhile, up at the other end, opportunity knocks here. Well, the shot from Bornschein, charged down. Fabish with the effort. Parried by Schreiber. The ball still not cleared, but well, hits it across his own area there. Dangerous stuff from the number 22, gets away with it. Stefaniak can't stop the ball going out of play, and that may well be that, and it is. The referee blows his whistle. And the 112th Sachsen derby has resulted in 3 points for Dynamo Dresden. 2-1. An action-packed game, really. Christopher de Ferner with the opening goal in just the second minute for the hosts. With a lovely piece of instinctive striker play. Great first touch and composed finish beyond Martin Mennel. But then a simple Route 1 equaliser. This was the last opportunity. Parried there by Schreiber. Good effort too, with effectively the last kick of the game. But Omar Siric latched onto a long ball over the top. Andriy Hotti in his first start for Dresden. Quarter on the hop, shall we say. That made it 1-1 in 14 minutes. There was then a penalty that went Dresden's way just after the half-hour mark. They were 4 for 4 from the penalty spot before that. Christopher De Ferner, though, finding his spot kick. Well saved by Maynell, who's now saved 2 from 2 from the penalty spot this season. So 1-1 at half-time. Dresden, though, pressing for the winner and getting exactly that in the 64th minute. Jakob Lemmer setting up Dominic Kother for his first goal in Dynamo Dresden colours. Tony Menzel as well, heavily involved in the build-up to that one. And after that, well, Aue, they pressed forward. They just couldn't quite push Tim Schreiber into any meaningful actions in that last 30 minutes or so. And in the end, Dresden now equal. Energie Cottbus at the top of the table, behind on goal difference, after a 2-1 win here in the 112th Saxon Derby.